Most of the time when I buy a LEGO set, it's for the build. It's so I can have the experience of putting together these pieces and getting a cool toy at the end. But sometimes I do it for the characters. Usually this results in me putting together a spaceship so I can get the Star Wars minifig it came with. I'm looking at you, Cad Bane. And it was very much the same with these LEGO Donkey Kong sets. My experience with this series is light. I have, of course, played the arcade classic. I played about 20 minutes of the original Donkey Kong Country, maybe 10 minutes of DK64, and completed Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, as well as watching various Let's Plays of some of the other entries. But the iconography is strong. The whole DK crew are so visually interesting, and I love seeing them, whether it's in the one game I actually played, or the numerous guest entries they've appeared in like Smash and Mario Kart, or even the recent Mario movie. But the cool thing with these Mario LEGO sets is that the cool characters that I want to collect aren't just snapping together the head, body, and legs. They themselves are a part of the building process, and the highlights of these 4 sets were just that. Building the characters that I recognized. I started with the Donkey Kong's Treehouse set and was able to build the first member of the DK crew right off the bat. I truly love seeing these characters slowly come together. They especially look silly when they've been built enough to be recognizable, but are still missing key features. For instance, a headless gorilla. The strangest part was the little basket he's supposed to carry Mario in. The designers had to do something to make this an actual interactive toy, but, it's a strange one. The actual house and accoutrement were fun as well. LEGO is at its best with architecture and vehicles, and despite not getting what the trap door is really supposed to be for, and despite that these sets are designed for the youngest of children, it was still a pretty solid build. Lastly, the set had Cranky Kong, who was built fairly similarly to many of the other LEGO Mario enemies, but it's nice to have this old codger around. Next I built the Rambi set, and I remember Rambi, one of the few rideable characters I actually experienced when playing Donkey Kong Country. His toy functionality is really dumb. You're just supposed to loosely stack boxes on top of one another with a single Blanaba inside of it, but I enjoyed having this rhino come to life. Afterwards, I jumped into Dixie Kong's Jungle Jam. Dixie was built similarly to Cranky, but it also came with Squawks. I don't quite remember Squawks being a singer, but that's what this LEGO set presupposes. The build wasn't as interesting as the treehouse, but I do love when they have moving parts, and the gears almost hit the mark for me. Finally, I set my eyes on the most involved set, Diddy Kong's Minecart Ride. This one was by far the most exciting for me. The minecart levels are iconic, plus it came with Diddy and Funky Kong. Don't get me wrong, I don't recognize the mole or the shark in the slightest, but funky! This set has multiple moving parts. Some are okay, like the dynamite wall, others were really fun. My favorite wound up being the shark. Just look at how goofy he is, and he wobbles all around. The collapsing bridge was fun too, and of course I'm really happy to have Diddy and Funky Funky's plane is also neat. Mario can even fly around in it. The weirdest part for me was the relative lack of Blanabas. In the entire set, there are 2 bunches that Mario can interact with, and a handful of single Blanabas, most stuck to trees. Compared to the actual games, where there are dozens of Blanabas per level, there's quite the dearth if you ask me. I was also saddened that there were no large Blanabas. Despite never playing it, I think of the "ooh, banana" sound bit from DK64 quite often, but overall I'm glad I have these funky apes to add to my Mario collection. And that'll do for this review. Stick around until the end to see me play with them for a bit, but for now, thanks for watching. Let me know your favorite LEGO sets in the comments, and maybe leave a rating or subscribe to be notified of what I do next. My social medias are in the description, but I'm at MarioWaith everywhere. I hope you enjoyed, and okay, here we go. So they're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap, as I take you through these monkey toys. Ugh.